Ready? Tondo
Impasto. I think we're live.
Yeah.
I think so. So good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Well, chin chin with the
Chin
espresso coffee.
espresso coffee will be drunk. Chin chin.
Mm-hmm.
Let's begin.
Yeah.
Today.
I see a green pen, green lupa, magnifying glass. I got a green shirt. It's St. Patrick's Day.
Well, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, to our friends, Irish
To our
people.
Irish
Yeah.
family and
Well, you have this family, your family is half Irish, half Bulgarian. Your brother is Bulgarian and half Irish. So we got to celebrate.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, that's celebration number one for
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Yours makes better noise. I think that you're. I think you have like a better skill with that. So there's one more reason to celebrate, and I didn't realize that it's happening on St. Patty's Day, but we've got. This is our 10th episode.
Oh, wow.
Number 10, so
Yeah.
double digits now.
Yeah, all
One
right.
more. I can't make the noise. I can't do it. Anyways, so welcome to Tondo Impasto. My name is Amy,
I'm Kras.
and we are cataloging our family's legacy, one painting at a time, beginning with your father Boris's miniatures that were painted with a palette knife in the impasto style, which means just like a thick, textured painting. And then later we will move to your mother, my grandmother, Yova,
Yeah.
who was a ceramic artist. And so Tondo represents round, art in the round. And so she has a famous rendition of the Leonardo da Vinci Last Supper, which is in the round. And that's in our introduction video. But also, symbolic because the wheel that you make the ceramics is round.
Yeah.
So anyhow, Tondo comes from that.
Okay.
So we have a good friend, remember Christine?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, I can't wait to learn what Tondo Impasto means. So I was like, okay, I got to explain it. Anyways, I want to begin with a quote of the day because this is quite powerful. From Victor Hugo. Nothing is more powerful than an idea whose time has come.
Wow. Yeah.
And that's really true.
Yeah, it is true.
I think that he was, it's paraphrased, and it was maybe from some of his political writings, but it's kind of like, when the time comes for something, it's kind of obvious that that's what has to happen, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's how I feel about Tondo Impasto.
Yeah, yeah. It was about time.
Exactly. The time has come. And then one other thing that I think has made it possible is the missing ingredient, which was our help from the AI,
Yeah.
Claudio.
Yeah.
We use Anthropic, and Claudio is our, he just works forever on everything. But lately he has been really disappointing me. So
Yeah. Well.
I've had to carry the load. But another funny thing about Victor Hugo, when he was writing The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Notre Dame de Paris, to get the work done, because the publisher was like, hey man, you got to have this ready.
Yeah.
There's all these funny stories about, he had his servants lock him in his room and don't let me out until I've, written so many pages. But apparently he told them to lock up all his clothes. So all he had was a robe and he couldn't leave until he finished.
Wow.
So, otherwise you cannot go see people in your robe and be social. So anyways, no distractions. He focused on completing the novel in a few months, and he did it because he missed deadlines and, there was pressure. And then anyways, it ended up becoming one of his most famous works. And so anyways, I think the example, I'm pulling it because it takes extreme discipline for us to do this every day.
Yeah.
Monday through Friday, we're here live. No script.
Natural.
It's really natural.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't happen without coffee.
No. You gotta wake up.
Apparently, Balzac, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Honoré de Balzac,
Yeah.
he fueled himself with enormous amounts of coffee. So anyways, coffee and discipline
Yeah.
to do Tondo Impasto.
Yeah.
So anyways, those were my little fun things. I've got some other little things to bring up, but as we go through the painting. So today we've got 5 more paintings, but there's actually a surprise at the end.
Okay.
So let's begin with the first one. And if you want to take a look at it, I will go to the close-up. So this is a coastal scene, again, probably from the Black Sea.
Yeah, it is the Black Sea, and I can see a lot of boats with fishermen.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's beautiful. Wow.
So Claudio did not notice the fisherman. But actually, you know what? Maybe he did I have to check the master spreadsheet. But I agree with you. I believe that those are fishermen.
Yeah, those are boats. The first boat, there's 2 figures. Then there is one behind that. There's another one behind. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Yeah. And anyways, it's pink and salmon sky across the top with horizontal palette knife strokes, yellow breaking through at the upper right, gray-blue middle zone with small dark forms, reading as boats on water. Lower left is heavy mass of dark blue, black impasto, rocky headland pushing into the scene. Greens and yellows thread through the lower right, slightly wider than tall. I'll just show it here on the little easel that we have so you guys can see it. And it is honestly, it literally is on a board. Can you see this? It's like,
Yeah.
it's painted on wood. And I'll just try to show you. Oh, wait, that's not working. But here's the back of it. So it's on wood.
Yeah.
And then is that like a little thin piece of that animal hide that's glued on top? Can you see?
Yeah.
Because this is the thing that we're going to have
It
to...
is a tutkal. Yeah, I can see the stain.
The tutkal. So tutkal is our Turkish word for the animal hide glue. And so there's a lot of that throughout all the paintings.
Yeah.
But it's amazing how it sticks. It's amazing how it sticks.
Yeah, it's in perfect shape, color-wise and everything. It's unbelievable.
And this one is actually number 46. 46.
Oh, 46.
Yes. Yeah.
46, and it's in excellent condition. And unframed.
Yeah, it's just cradled.
Cradle.
I put right here, cradled. Yeah. Yeah, so that one is lovely.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
Lovely little painting. All right, well, so are we ready to go to the next one? Let's go to, and I'll do a close-up of number 2. So this one.
Yeah, 46, that means 4 and 6, 10. So the days, this is the 10th show, right?
10th, yes, and then we'll hit 50 today.
Okay.
Yeah. So look at this one now. I've already got it up on the screen. It is so interesting because Claudio thought it was like a barn or something, but I think maybe it's a fountain, a chishma. And Bulgaria is quite filled with fountains because there's really delicious natural springs with mineral water. Everything from warm to carbonated. So I don't know if that's a little fountain. What do you think?
Well, it's like a little waterfall.
Waterfall or fountain? Or fountain made...
Water is coming through the rocks and it makes a little pond on the bottom.
You don't think that's a little spout for the chishma? And by the way, chishma is another Turkish word. We're thinking about you, Arda, my brother from another mother who's Turkish. So he said if you keep mentioning me on air, I'm gonna get so arrogant that when you call, I'll tell my assistant to pick up the phone that you got to make an appointment with me. He's got such a great sense of humor. So anyways, the word chishma comes from the Turkish chishme, which is from Persian chishme, meaning eye or spring source. The metaphor is that a spring is an eye in the earth where water emerges. The same Persian root gives us the word across the Balkans and the broader Ottoman world. You find chishme in Turkish, chishma in Bulgarian and Serbian, and variations across the region wherever the Ottoman Empire left its linguistic footprint. There's even a town called Çeşme on the Aegean coast of Turkey named for its natural springs. So I don't know. What do you think?
It's like what I see is like a waterfall, something that comes out from the rocks, the mountain, and gets into a little pond. That's what I see.
Yeah. And you don't think that this dark thing is
that's kind of a rock.
Like a
because there's plenty of water coming out, so it cannot be chishma.
Okay.
It's the mother nature, that comes up like that.
Well, this is how we say, it's like beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
So it could be a waterfall, it could be a fountain.
Yeah.
It's an ambiguous subject.
Yeah.
The central form could be a structure with a peaked roof and a dark doorway, or a fountain with water cascading into a basin below, or coming out of the mountain, a kind of like the granite or something. It's like coming out of the water. So anyways.
It could be a dam. They make a little dam here and there. Mm-hmm. So it looks like, there's a structure out there that looks like a dam.
The colors, for those of our friends who are visually impaired, pale gray, cream and ochre surface with vertical strokes, heavy greens, deep orange red, and dark tones on top. The left side has a tall, dark form, tree, post, or column. Right side erupts in deep crimson, burgundy, and pink.
Yeah.
The foreground is swept in a blue, gray, mauve, orange, and gold. extremely thick impasto and paint overlaps onto the cradle frame. A little bit. I don't know if I would actually make that a note. So this one's 47.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's another interesting
Yes.
painting.
Yes, it is.
It could be Iskrsku defile,
the Iskar
the river
gorge.
Iskar, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are now on to painting 40.
Oh, we got winter.
Yeah, so this is really lovely,
Wow.
especially since it just snowed, boom, in Seattle. A couple days, well, it was last Friday, it snowed. Kind of unusual. But it is a snow scene for sure.
Yeah.
And heavy white impasto across the rooftops and the ground. Central structure with the snow-covered white roof and red wall or facade beneath. Deep cobalt blue adjacent. Bare trees frame both sides in dark blues, grays, and purples. Lower portion is snow-covered ground with dark horizontal forms suggesting fences, logs, or low walls. Screws are at all the four corners holding the board. It's a cool palette overall. Whites, blues, grays, lavender, punctuated by vivid red at center.
Wow. Beautiful.
You know, that actually makes me think about some of the tags that we'll have to put onto the, here it is, live, onto the inventory. You know, you can sort like landscapes or whatever. I wonder if we should put cool palette, like cooler colors versus warmer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
You know how some people pick artwork
Yeah.
like to match their furniture, like, you know, their wall colors and stuff.
No, this is an art that you don't have to. It's not a.
It's so small. Also.
It's not that it's small, but it's too artistical to match furniture and stuff like that. You have to have a special space in your room or whatever, you know, to have it. You know, it's nice to. You don't have to match anything, you know, because this is a real thing, and the furniture is kind of a boring.
Boring. That's a good way to put it. And anyways, actually it's just so light. I mean, it just, you know, barely has any weight to it. And it's on that like little animal hide or looks almost like a drum. Let me put it over here so you guys can see the back. But great care was taken to, you know, to put it on the little frame and stuff.
It is framed, and excellent.
Yeah. Let me show, just to go back to the one that we think is a fountain or a waterfall.
Yeah.
You know, just to say a little bit more about the mineral water fountains, they're active in Bulgaria. You know, people go and they fill up their bottles from home.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And there's some open air taps near the central mineral baths. Those are I was going to pull that up on Wikipedia. This guy kind of looks like he's going to the bathroom in it, but he's not. He's not. It's just, that's what they look like. It's just a picture.
Where did you find that picture?
Just off the internet.
Oh.
The central baths, they're really, they're called the Sofia Central Mineral Baths.
Yeah.
And I remember when we visited, we went there and got a bath.
Yeah.
But they closed they were open and used as public baths until 1986.
Well, I remember as a kid, my father used to take us out there,
To get get clean.
Because it's very warm. I mean, it's hot mineral water.
Yes.
And when you take a bath with that, all the dirt comes out.
Yeah. Your skin just feels amazing, I'm sure.
It's beautiful, and it's a real pleasure, to have a mineral bath. And there, it's right in the center of Sofia, and we were close by, living by the studio. And
very close, walking distance, pretty much.
So we used to go, my father used to take us, and they gave you wooden shoes, like Holland.
Like a clog?
Yeah.
Is that just because that's how they made them, out of wood at that time?
They were made by wood, but it's like a sandal.
Oh, I wonder if it's so that if they fall in the water, they'll float.
Yeah, because it's slippery. So the wood was kind of, you can pick it up and then you leave it back,
I remember when we went, like when we visited 1982 or 3 or whenever that summer we went, they had like a separate, you separate, like there's the men's section and the women's section.
Yeah.
And then, they scrub your skin, like...
Yeah.
And I remember going like, how come there's macaroni coming off of my skin?
Well, because of the mineral water, it takes all the
dead
grease
skin.
And stuff
Yes,
like that.
Yes.
It's unbelievable. Yeah.
Such a nice
you
tradition.
went to separate things, but before, when I was a kid, it was like a swimming pool, and there was, showers and stuff like that around the swimming pool. And then you can go in the swimming pool and stay there for whatever you want to. And it's all mineral water and hot, nice.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, so one of the first movies that I ever worked on was the German Tuvalu.
Oh, Tuvalu, I remember that movie.
So that was in 1999.
Yeah.
And we basically shot there for like 10 weeks or something.
Yeah.
Took over, because it was under some sort of reconstruction. And so we did some interesting photography in there.
Who was that famous artist that was playing American? Tuvalu.
So there was 2 French guys, 2 American guys, a Russian woman and a Romanian woman.
Yeah.
But so Philippe Rambaud and Denis Lavant, they were the French guys. Terry Gillespie and E.J. Callahan were the Americans.
Yeah.
Can't remember the Romanian woman's name or the Russian girl. But none of them could communicate. So we had to have interpreters. So like the French could talk to the Bulgarians, the Romanian can talk. It was really funny.
Yeah.
Communicating. And then, we ended up casting a chauffeur, to be driving. There's like a poor brother and a rich brother, and the chauffeur didn't know how to drive. We were out in Varna doing a scene, and he was just supposed to drive just a few feet, and he couldn't stop. He didn't know how to hit the brakes.
Yeah.
And he went into these gas propane, and all of a sudden, you started hearing, we all thought the whole place was going to blow up. I mean, it was crazy. And then we cast a old woman, to be going every day swimming in the bath.
Yeah.
And she didn't know how to swim. So we had to put her in like a flotate, like a life round thing. So she just kind of, it was pretty funny. Oh, great little movie, Tuvalu it's called. And
it was a very interesting movie.
Yeah, but that was in that bathhouse. So nowadays I know that there's a museum in there. But those baths have existed in Sofia since the 16th century.
Yeah. It's actually probably the Turks. They made the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're famous with the bathroom, beds like that.
Well, this one, okay, so the Wikipedia is saying that it was designed in the Vienna secession style, but integrating typically Bulgarian, Byzantine, and Eastern Orthodox ornamental elements by architect Petko Momchilov and Friedrich Grunganger. So I don't know, maybe this is a little bit of a newer construction, finished in 1908. So maybe before that there was something, I don't know. The north wing was damaged during bombing of Sofia in World War II. There's a lot of bathhouses, though, also in Turkey.
Yeah.
It's a thing. So, anyways, the baths are interesting if you guys want to look up a central bathhouse in Bulgaria. It's a neat place to visit. Okay, so number...
It's 48.
Yeah, so
So I gotta get this one.
the next painting, the fourth painting, boom.
Wow, another beauty.
This one is either dawn or dusk over open water. Quiet and atmospheric, almost entirely sky.
It's mystic, very mystic, yeah. Wow.
The upper 2/3 is warm sandy beige and cream with soft swirling cloud forms in muted teal, lavender, and pink. And then it's a kind of lighter impasto than those recent paintings.
Beautiful. Wow.
More fine horizontal scoring, visible band of teal and blue at the horizon with yellow and gold catching light on water. Bottom strip is darker, burgundy, mauve, olive blue, possibly a shoreline. Boris gave most of the surface to sky and air here. I'm going to show you guys on the little easel here. We've got some light that might be messing with the shadows. Apologies on that. But this is a quiet one.
Yeah, it is. It's almost like...
One of the quietest.
yeah. Very soft.
So it's same artist, Claudio says, same artist, opposite energy, because it's, just not like heavy and moody, but like you said, mystic.
Very mystic.
Okay. And this is, I think, again, it's got this tutkal on the back.
Yeah.
And you know what else is interesting about it? Is this very purple frame he painted. Look at the color of the frame. For such a peaceful painting, the frame is like not neon purple, but kind of flashy purple.
Yeah, he wanted to separate it, makes it all more peaceful, because it blocks everything, and it's like watching it from a TV or something.
Mm-hmm. Like a frame.
Yeah, it's like a frame.
Let me just make sure I got a purple frame.
Beautiful.
But this is the first I've seen of an actual frame being painted.
Yeah.
So, anyways. All right, so that one was number 49.
Yeah.
We're going on to the last painting of the day. And let's just...
It's got to be Vitusha again.
Yeah, so this one, it's the mountain.
Oh no, that could be Stranja, because on the left-hand side I can see the Black Sea.
Oh.
It's got
That
to be,
little tiny piece of water?
yeah, that's...
on the top upper left?
Yeah, that's the way, maybe Stranja goes to the Black Sea. It finishes right there, and there's a little, like, Yeah, it's got to be Black Sea.
Because it's different than the mountain part.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So here we have Claudio seeing a large dark tree or rock form in the deep reds, blacks, and dark greens dominates the left side.
Yeah.
A sweeping green-blue mountain fills the upper half with long diagonal palette knife strokes. Pink and lavender sky at the upper left, kind of also on the upper right. Lower foreground is a riot of color, red earth, yellows, greens, swirling organic forms, vegetation or garden shapes in the lower right, screws at all the corners, thick impasto. Saturated palette.
Wow, so many interesting things in that painting. It's incredible. And the bottom right is vegetation, some kind of old stubs of trees and stuff like that. It's unbelievable.
So, you know what's going to totally surprise you now?
Yeah.
Turn it over.
What?
Turn it on the back.
Wow, another painting.
Yes. Boom.
Yeah.
A still life.
Yeah.
I think it's in one of Yova's ceramics. So recto is the front of the painting, verso is the back. So this one is the first one, and we actually, I think we kind of went over this one during one of our preview. But I mean, it's so pretty.
Yeah.
And as equally as, so flowers in a vase, 3 or 4 large swirling blooms in dark purple, brown, gray, and blue-green with heavy sculptural impasto, green leaves and stems between them, a dark vase at the bottom. Background is streaked green and light blue-green, moody and dark compared to the other florals, crimson and golds from the last episode. So 2 paintings, 2 for 1.
That reminds me, there was an artist in Sofia, I forgot his name, but this guy, he makes very modern, paintings, under the communist regime, and he goes in a public bus, carries all these paintings, moving it from his place to another place or something. And then there's a lot of people, so people with overcoats and stuff like that, they get copies, because the painting is fresh. Oh. He touches them, and
so they
people,
have
when they go home, they say, "Well, we got a copy." He didn't care. I mean, they consider him that he's crazy or something, but he was very unique. I forgot his name.
Let me see if we can ask Claudio. Might know.
Very modern.
I'm going to ask, can you research a Bulgarian? So what years would this have been?
But that was 65.
So circa
1964, 65. And he was working, when I got back 94 to Bulgaria, he was still alive and he was still doing the same thing. Making copies in a transportation.
So he would imprint.
Yeah, and because he became so famous, people, they don't mind, because they got a copy.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool. They would.
Well, he was an abstract artist, very abstract, but very powerful with colors and stuff like that. And
he was still around.
yeah, he was still around
in the
94.
90s.
94, probably even more than that.
Okay, well, let's see if he can find him. In the meantime, so that's funny. What made you think of that guy after looking at these two, images?
No, because the guy was making copies, but all of a sudden it came to me that he goes, in a public transportation, and there are a lot of people, and it's a fresh painting,
Right.
and he didn't care.
He just like
So,
snatched.
when there's a lot of people, they go, then, they say, oh, people that start talking, oh, you got your copy. So, he didn't care. It was amazing.
Really funny.
He's a character, this guy.
Oh man, I
forgot
wish
his name,
Let's see if Claudio can find something. He could have just been somebody that was famous, inside, like whoever knew, but not necessarily.
No, he was famous.
Like people wrote articles about him and stuff?
Yeah. All the artists, they knew him, and he was very famous. And because he was very unusual, he was an abstract artist, at that time, everybody was doing, the nonsense. He was doing whatever he feels like doing. And nobody touches him, and because,
But the people have like paint on their clothes.
yeah, but they
don't
were
care.
happy. they were happy that they got a copy from him.
Copy.
That was kind of a.
It's almost like a stamp or something.
Yeah. So.
Do you think he was? Oh, that'd be so fun to ask him if he was kind of because the bureaucratic stamping of everything.
Yeah.
Maybe he was sort of making.
Well, he was against the regime to begin with.
Sure.
And he plays the role as a crazy, but he was not crazy at all.
Right.
And but when you're crazy, nobody touches you. You got a passport to do anything you want to.
Right. Well, so Claudio says, I'm coming up empty. It could be someone from the Bulgarian nonconformist art scene, performance art. I mean, was it like a performance, or you think he was just?
He was making shows,
But I mean, like the like smudging it on people.
No. He did because he has to transport this. He didn't have a car or anything. So he's got that thing, he's got to come from point A to point B.
Right.
And he's in the public transportation. So when the train or whatever stops, you know how people, he puts it on the back of somebody's coat.
But they
And people, they go, oh, look at that. They got copy. So.
Oh, God, that is so good. Well, maybe the name will come to you.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll remember the name. I'll just do a quick little montage of the 5 that we showed today. That's the first one. This is the second one. Is it a chishma or not? Here's the...
Oh, Genko.
Genko. See, I knew you'd come up with it.
Genko.
It takes a minute. I'm going to look him up right now after I finish my little montage.
And if you can pull some of his painting to see what kind of copies people are getting.
Yeah.
Because it was a total abstract. I mean, beautiful way of doing things, with colors. Very powerful.
So let's see. Okay. Genko. Genkov. Come on, Genko. It's like ginkgo biloba. Ginkgo biloba. Okay, he's looking. So that's 50 paintings. 950 to go. Okay, he's looking. So, anyways, that's it for today. We'll see if we can pull up Genko. But while we wait, we'll be back tomorrow with more. And the thing to just remember is that mistakes will be made, but also humor will be added.
Yeah.
And coffee will be drunk. All right, so he's looking. Genko. Oh, come on. It's saying things like he's getting blocked from the websites and things. All right, we gotta cheat on Claudio and go to, yeah, it's saying it's failing to fetch it. I'm asking ChatGPT. Genkov. You gotta have like a bunch of different, the bus and smudging story. Oh my God, it's so real. Okay, so he was born 1923 to 2006. So he passed away.
Yeah.
Wait a second, because I have to sneeze now. Excuse me. Sorry. Okay. First on-air sneeze. The bus and smudging story. Okay. So he's known for his intense colors, thick paint, and expressive landscapes. Considered a nonconformist, rebellious personality in Bulgarian art circles. So the anecdote about him is that he would be riding the public buses with wet paintings, accidentally or carelessly smearing paint onto people, acting unpredictably or provocatively in public. It's a well-known oral story in Bulgarian art circles. Okay, but this is what, ChatGPT. It's not well documented in the formal biographies or academic sources. It comes mostly from artists' anecdotes, gallery talk, and cultural memory and storytelling. So he was famously eccentric, known for his unconventional behavior. He lived and worked outside strict norms, especially during the communist period. He resisted conformity. Many Bulgarian artists had to follow socialist realism rules. Genko leaned towards a more expressive, individualistic style.
He was a revolutionary.
Oh, gosh.
In that time,
So he used the thick paint, palette knives, heavy gestures. His process was messy and tactile, which feeds into these kinds of stories. So, yeah, so he had a reputation for disregarding social boundaries.
Yeah.
So it functions almost like a myth about artistic defiance.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it. Oh, okay, and then now Claudio is Kathy. I call ChatGPT Kathy because Chatty Kathy. And Claudio just found some stuff on Genko as well. So he studied at the Academy of Arts. He got thrown out after a conflict with his professor, Densho Uzunov. He spoke openly against communist regime and was sent to Belene.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this guy was something else.
See, this is where Claudio is so much better than Kathy. There's a 1994 documentary about him titled Genko.
Yeah,
Wow.
I just came to Bulgaria, but I didn't see the documentary. And I used to give him a drink or something at the ship, when he comes back, because I like the characters.
Yeah, he sounds like
I said, Genko, come on, what do you want? He said, maybe a little cognac and a coffee. I said, no problem, I said, you want two? He said, no, one is enough, you know. So I used to treat him, you know, with coffee and a cognac. You know,
I love it.
Yeah. He's a character. I mean, this guy is unbelievable, you know. He didn't care about that nonsense, the communism or this and that. He was doing whatever he feels like doing. A free spirit.
True free spirit, which is what we love. You know, that's what the human is supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's like our God-given right to express ourselves. And that's, you know, that's part of why we're doing this, because there are probably so many talented people that were just swept under the rug behind the curtain.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And nobody knows about them.
Yeah.
So
Well, finally they made something 94 about him.
that's great. Yeah, I mean, he deserves it.
And being in Berlin, my God, I didn't know that.
I mean, Bellene was like one of those,
Repressive camps.
like a prison or something for dissidents and stuff.
It's an island in Dunav, you know,
In the
river,
Danube, yeah.
Danube. And you stay there, you know, you can't go nowhere, you know, because it's a huge river. And it's
like a
impressive.
gulag.
Yeah, it's a gulag.
Bulgarian version of the gulag. And
I didn't know that, you know.
shame on those people, man. You were so lucky you got out, because you would have ended up in Bellene for sure.
I knew I was 16 years of age when I knew exactly what they are. You know, it's oppression. There is no freedom, you know, for artists or something like that in a country like that. You know, I mean, you got to be a copy thing, you know, from whatever they tell you to do. And, you know, I'm not a robot, you know, I'm a human being.
Yes. We are using robots, well, AI robots to help us, but we're the ones that are steering the ship.
So they were saying about Genku, you know, that sometimes, you know, the paintings on somebody's back are more beautiful than his own. Because the color of the, let's say, raincoat or something, you know, and then when you put this thing, you know, it becomes real nice.
Oh my God. I love that guy. He sounds like such a legend.
He didn't do it on purpose, you know, because he had to carry this. You know?
Right.
And sometimes there are a lot of people out there, and he's trying to protect, you know, but, you know, the bus stops and everybody goes like this, and all of a sudden they say, oh, you got a copy.
I got a Genko.
A Genku.
Oh my goodness. Well, I bet that there were different reactions. Some people probably hated him, and if they saw him coming on the bus, they went to the other.
If it's expensive coat or something, you know, they're going to be screaming, you know.
But that time they didn't have expensive
But the Bulgarians,
coats.
they had the humor, you know. They know that this guy is going to be famous one day, you know. They're going to keep that.
Yeah.
You know, they'll get some money, you know.
sell it at an auction or something. Well, okay, well, maybe we'll figure out when Genko's birthday is to celebrate his birthday, and we'll have a side of a cognac to honor him.
Okay.
Well,
chin chin.
Chin chin.
And ci vediamo domani.
And grazie. And
we'll see you tomorrow.
Doviđenje, thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed. And yes, see you tomorrow, everybody. Tomorrow being Wednesday will be episode 11.
Tondo
Impasto.